Equinox. Right, we're out again and I'm back to this hillside field. Obviously we've had some rain recently, so I thought I'd come back and give it a go. Well, I'm just at the very top of the field here and I've just picked up a signal. Was it 19? Only quite shallow. So let's show you this little find. I'm using field 2 again. Recovery speed 5, iron bias 1, standard coil. And here is the first find. I think we've got a George V penny. It's a bit crusty. Well, it's a bit crusty on the back anyway, in particular. I might have just nicked it actually as well. I can't see a date on that at the moment, but I'll hopefully find out later on. Here's the voices of some cyclists going past there. I do get quite a lot of modern coins from this field, so, oh, and bullets as well, a lot of bullets. But we'll give it a go and let's see what turns up today. I'm up on the very top of this field, very top edge. It slopes down that way into a valley, so I thought I'd come and give this top a go. It runs alongside the road. Just had a signal down here, only shallow, 4 inches, maybe 5 inches, 16, 17, and we have the remains of a pocket watch. Not particularly old, unfortunately it's not silver. So if I can sort of clean that up a little bit when I get home, I might be able to get a date for that, possibly. The back doesn't appear to be with it, which is a shame because that probably would have had the maker's name on it. But we'll bag it up anyway and we shall carry on. I'm slowly making my way down this slope. It's quite steep actually. Up at the top there I've had just lots of bullets, modern bullets, 2.2, you know, the little small 2.2 cases. I've just had a few big ones up here as well, coming down the slope. I've got a signal here, 24 I think it was. Oops, turn it on first. So I suspect it's going to be a modern coin or something. Oops, I was picking up my Equinox there. Can't dig too much because I've done my ribbing, so I'm suffering a bit, but I'm just having to be a bit careful. Now, although there's been a lot of rain, you can see it's really dry on this slope. But I'm hoping there's going to be a bit more moisture in the bottom there. Right. Do we see anything? No, it's a shotty. It's not a coin at all, it's a shotty. Right, yeah, I'll be getting a few of these today as well. Some of you will have seen my videos from back in June. And they were taken on this spot, and I had some little Roman coins up. 16 in total, and a fibula from down in that dip somewhere. The coins are sort of just a bit further over that way, that little flat. No coin signals so far today, well, apart from modern coins, but nothing here. I'm going to pound this area again. I might as well while there's a bit of dampness in the soil. I've just had oh, by the way, I've dropped the recovery speed down to 2 to try and get a bit deeper in this area. I've just had a 6 signal, only about 4 or 5 inches deep. Only reading 6, which is a bit odd because it seems to be this thing here. Can you see that? I don't know what it is. It looks like pressed copper. Oh, I think it might be a cat badge. There's a crown there. Yeah, it's got to be a cat badge. But I don't know what regiment that would be from. It's got a horn by the look of it on the bottom. I think it would have been that way up. I think I've seen one of these recently somewhere. Can't remember what regiment it was. Anyway, it's a 6 signal, which is a bit surprising if it's copper, because you think it would read higher than that, being as conductive as it is. Anyway, always worth digging the low numbers, isn't it? Just to say, I was pretty sure this was going to be a little lead bullet, because that's what they read at in this field as well. Well, I've hammered that little Roman area to death, and no signals whatsoever apart from bits of iron, and that's it. That field is up behind that hedgerow at the top there, the tree line. I've come into this field here. It's a big grass field. The sheep were in here fairly recently, but they're in the next field for now. I've just picked up a button, I don't know, 30 yards back in that way, and I've just picked up another signal here, not too far from the edge of this field, and we'll show you this one. Yeah, so I'm very near the edge of the field. Ugh. I was going to walk along here, along the bottom there. Right, this was a high signal, 30s, 31 I think it was. It's probably about 8 inches deep, and we've got a coin back, look of it. Oops. Fairly chunky one, so that could be a George penny. Don't think it's a cartwheel. It's there's no obvious signs of it being a cartwheel. They usually have a big wide rim, don't they? It might not even be a George, but I can't think what else it would be. Yeah, I say a penny. I think it's a penny. Right, well, there's not a lot on that, is there? But I'll check it out later on, give it a clean up as best I can. It's been a bit bent actually. Yep, some sort of a coin. Good. I found quite a few modern coins today, which was to be expected really, but it's nice to find something old. Right, we'll crack on and see how we do. Hello folks, we're out once again. I spotted that this field had been harvested, combined, so I thought I'd give it a go, see if anything turns up. Now, I don't get a lot of finds on this permission, but occasionally you get the odd nice one. So let's give it a go for a few hours before it rains, and we'll hope for the best. I'm trying the stubble out. It's not too stiff. There are some patches that are thicker than others. Just got to be careful with the coil. Just had a 14 signal down here, about 7 inches deep. Nothing exciting, it's just a very thin piece of copper. Looks like it might have had a hole in each side there. Sort of fairly circular. So I don't know what that would have been, but it is very thin. Could be all that. And in the same hole, this popped up a little bit of Roman grey ware. It's blackened on the sides, on both sides. Five minutes ago I had a 17 signal, and it was just a bit of circular foil, aluminium, which was a shame, but never mind. Anyway, I got another 17 signal here, and I've seen it. Well, basically I've had a glimpse of it, and it's that there. So is that a button or is it a coin? No, I've got a coin. Oop, we have a coin. Looks like a very worn halfpenny. I think it's Victoria. Yep, that looks like a Victoria bunhead. Nice, at last we found a coin. I'll probably give that a clean up later on, see if we can get a date off of that. But it is a bit slick, so there's no guarantees that I will, of course. Right, yeah, we'll leave that for later. I'm keeping my eyes out for the rain because it is rare forecast to have showers this afternoon. Hopefully it won't be too heavy, but I've got my jacket in the bag just in case. Right, we had a signal here, 13 up to 15, and there it is. A pistol ball, by the look of it, flattened on one side. Good, something with a little bit of age, probably a couple of 100 years old, thereabouts. I'm walking pretty much in a straight line at the moment, up in that direction. We just had a very squeaky signal down here, and it's quite deep. It's 9 inches, this one. And here we have what I think is a pot mend. And it looks like it's still got some pot sandwiched in between the lead. So it'd be great if I could get a date for that. Could be fairly old, that, you know. I mean, I've had bits of Roman greyware from this field before, so I don't know if that's greyware in the middle or not. I'll try and find out, no promises, but that's interesting, that. Yeah, great stuff. I've just made a fairly hasty retreat into the corner of this field. I was chucking it down a moment ago. Got some sunflowers down here, plenty of seeds on those. Yes, I'm just in the corner of the field at the moment. I was detecting up there, sort of along that crest. That's where I'm going to go back to. Something will turn up eventually. It's typical, really, isn't it? It rains, I put my coat on and the sun comes out. And I'm getting a bit warm now. Just picked up a signal here. It's reading 10 up to 12. Not deep at all, only 3 or 4 inches. Don't have a clue what it is. Bit of an odd shape to that. I think it's cast, so it could be pewter, could be, I don't know, could be copper, I suppose, but I'm really not sure at all on that. I think it's got a little bit of colour to it in the recesses, sort of like a bluey purpley colour, so it might be something fairly modern. Possibly a hole, well, some sort of a hole in that end. What on earth is that? Odd one. Right, we have a signal, 15-ish. There's iron around it as well. We'll have a go at that one. I don't know, it sounds quite small now. If I can find it. I think that could be it. What is that? It's quite dark in colour, could be a bit of pewter. I think it's got a bit of a pattern on the front of it, on this side of it. I don't know. Yeah, it's got a pattern of some sort. Can't say what though. I think it's just a bit of pewter. I don't know if it's off a spoon or something like that. Right, whatever that is. I'm having a hard time getting any signals today. There's not many at all. There's a lot of iron in the ground. Anyway, I was just over that side. I'm walking my way in this direction. This isn't a metal detecting find, it's a surface find. Got a piece of flint. That looks, I think that could have been worked into a scraper. What do you think, folks? That looks a lot like a scraper to me. Oops, get in focus if you can. There we go. Yeah, that edge looks to have been nibbled, doesn't it? Yeah, so that's got to be a scraper, that surely. I'm still not getting an awful lot of signals, folks, so it's a bit of a quiet day really so far. But not to worry, I mean it's still nice just to be outside really. I have had a signal here, fairly shallow actually, 10 to about 14. And it's this odd little thing here. I thought it was a shotgun cap at first. But I think it's some sort of mount. If you look on the bottom, oops, looks as though there's two lugs bent over. Where's my finger there? One there, and one just at the other side there as well, look. So some sort of mount. Don't know how old that will be. But that's different, isn't it? It's obviously not complete, but it's something fairly interesting, that I think. Yeah, and I think that's remains of leather. So possibly a belt mount and a strap mount. Yeah. Hi folks. Right, here we've got the finds. So I've got some junk as well here. A bit of wire, some other bits and pieces, pull tab from a tin, a couple of bits of copper or bronze, whatever, bit of foil, shotty, don't know what that is off, bit of aluminium, like an aluminium ring of some sort, a few buttons, not very good ones, some bullet cases, bigger ones there, modern coins. I didn't film all these. Oops, picked up a button there. Focus, there we go. Copper nail, like a square nail type thing. One of those carpet stair rod holders. This thing, I wasn't sure what that was, but I wonder if it's off a musical instrument, like one of the valves on the top. Not sure. I'm sure someone will put me right if it isn't. I hope you do anyway. The copper item there, possibly a dial from like an oil lamp to move the wick up and down. I think that's what that is. I think that's from a bit of bronze or copper pot. Give a good signal, that. Coins, right. We've got the Victoria halfpenny. I can't see the date on that, it's too worn at the back, but it's a bun head, so it's going to be probably late 1860s, 1870s, somewhere around there. George V penny, quite a crusty one this. Well, the front's not too bad, but the back's very lumpy. I think it was 1920, that one, if you can see that. Anyway, it's not in good condition at all. Now then, that big George coin, which went that way. I thought it would have been a George III, but it's not. It's a George IV. Now, I don't think I've had a George IV coin before. It's in a bit of a state, and when I got it home, I could see pretty much nothing on it. Toothpick wouldn't touch the crust or anything. And I remembered a tip from I think it was last week, or possibly the week before video, from Tobias. He's got his own channel, by the way, and I'll put his name on the bottom of the video now. It's a Georgia 4th 1 penny. Now Tobias's tip was to use tin foil, so scrunch some tin foil up and give it a good rubbing with that, and that has actually revealed some details, so that's worth keeping in mind. That if you've got a coin that's just about had it, you can make nothing out, try the tin foil trick. And now these date from, I think it was 1825, no, 1824 and 1825. So although it's battered and bent, I'm still quite happy with that. The pocket watch, you probably noticed in the video that I rubbed my finger along the top there. Well, that was a maker's name and it's gone. So that wasn't a very smart move. But this is just paper or cardboard or something, so it's not, I don't think it's very old at all, that one. Probably, I would think, guess 1900s. What else did we have? We had a musket ball, bit of copper there. I don't know what that is. Would have had a hole in each side, I think. This bit of pewter, don't really know what that is either. There's a bit of decoration on there. It could have, I wonder if it could have been part of a crossel bell, but I don't think they'd have been pewter, would they? I don't know, I'm not sure about that. Failing that, I think I mentioned a spoon, but I don't think it'd be a spoon with decoration like that. Could have been a goblet or something, who knows. Picked up a bit of pottery, which I think that's Roman, but it might not be looking at the colour of it. Maybe later. The cap badge, it's still in 2 pieces. I've done nothing with it apart from give it a quick wash. DLI, that's the Durham Light Infantry. Now I've written the date down somewhere. Where's that? Yeah, right. That crown is the King's crown, so the Queen's crown will be a bit different to that. And these date from 1902 to 1953. So that's that one. This was a nice find. I'm really happy with that. I like finding these. They're quite uncommon on the land that I detect on. A flint scraper. I did get some help on Twitter from Dr. Simon Maslin, who's a flow for down south. Oh, getting focused, Andy. There we go. And he thinks, yes, it has been worked. You can see on the edge it's been worked. And it's probably Bronze Age, this one, so not quite as old as Neolithic. So around about 4,000 years old, that. But that's nice. That's nice for a non-metal find. Yeah, happy with that. This, now then, had a bit of help from the detectinghub.co.uk, and that was from Tone. And Tone thinks that could be part of a medieval key, which makes sense now looking at that. It does have that shape to it, doesn't it? The rest of it would have gone down here. So that's not a bad little find. This thing, thanks to Kath from the Detecting Hub as well. And that's probably, well, it is, it's a mount of some kind. It's still got some leather on the back. So it would have been a harness mount, a strap mount, a belt mount. And probably dated around 1600-ish, 1650. I did find one similar on the Portal Antiquities site, and that was dated from 1500 to 1700, so that fits with Kath's identification for me. So thanks very much, Kath. Do you remember this little thing? Now, it's got some colour on it, a bit of blue on the neck. I say neck because I think that could be a pewter or a lead toy cow or a bull. What do you reckon? It's got that look to it, hasn't it? It stands on that. It's missing its back end. It's a bit chavelled at the front end as well. But so I think it's a toy animal. Age-wise, I don't know. It's got paint on it, so maybe not that old. Yeah, that's that. Probably one of my favourite finds is this. That was quite deep as well, and from an area where I had Roman greyware and other bits and pieces as well. And I got the Roman silver coin from roughly the same area just before the lockdown. I've had an email back today from my flow, Rebecca, so thanks very much, Rebecca. Lead pot bends in general are very hard to date because they were used over such a long period. But if you get one like this where it's got some material in the middle, that makes it much easier to date, or much easier to pinpoint. Obviously Rebecca's only seen photos of this, but she thinks it could well be Roman. But I need to get that to her. I'll log the coordinates and get that to her Well, it's going to be April next year now before the museum opens. But yeah, there we go. There's the finds. Yeah, so there we go. Those were the finds from this video. I was actually out on 3 separate occasions, and I really struggled actually. I struggled to find anything half decent really. But that's just the way detecting goes. That's the reality of it. You never know what you're going to get. There's no guarantee you'll find anything good. So yeah, so there we go. I'm looking forward to getting out again. I've had a bit of good news today. I've got a new permission, and it's a big one as well. It has been detected before, so we'll see what happens anyway. I'm looking forward to going. I've got the weekend off this weekend coming up. So yes, I'm hoping to get out and do a bit of hunting. So fingers crossed. If you can help me with any ideas on any of these items behind me there that I've shown in the video, please do leave a comment below. It's always good to hear from you. And until the next video, you all take care. Happy hunting, and we'll see you soon.